Welcome to this week's podcast. We are the Young Creators and we are joined by a special guest, Suhaila, and we'll be discussing the topic health and fitness. So Suhaila, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Suhaila. I used to train at a gym that Dale used to train at as well. And since COVID, I've had to just adapt, and I've got my own business with my husband, and we've got an online gym dedicated to getting you supple and strong. So I take online classes. There's 9 a week, and it's all body weight training and just trying to make the most of a not so good situation.
How do you deal with everything, especially with the lockdown? Because with everything's restricted, you can't do as much. How have you dealt with that?
I'd say probably throw myself into some challenges. So I think challenges are a really good way to not distract you from what's going on, but also to just keep you focused and to keep you motivated and just to keep you doing something, because it is hard. We can't control this situation. And if there is one good thing about this situation, it's that everyone's in it together. It's not just happening to some people, it's happening to everyone. Like every single person on this planet has been affected by it, hasn't it? So if we can just have the mentality of, right, okay, what can I do in this time? Can I adapt, learn and grow from it? Or am I just going to be, upset, depressed and just not motivated to do anything? So throwing yourself into some challenges, I would say, is definitely key.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Have you done any challenges?
Not really. I haven't really exercised as much or done anything healthy within this quarantine, because I felt like because it was new, I didn't know how to adapt to the situation. So but now, because we're in the second lockdown, I feel like now I'm motivated to do more stuff, be more productive, exercise, and just hope for the best.
Definitely, I felt like the first lockdown, it was just us getting used to staying in lockdown and kind of just adapting. But the second lockdown, I can't say I'm happy about it, but it kind of gave us, the first lockdown kind of gave us okay, so we know what's going to happen. Now we actually have to plan out, because for the first lockdown, everything was just hectic. No one was looking forward to it. It just came out just suddenly out of nowhere. But the second lockdown, okay, we knew that there's a chance that we're going to go on lockdown. We knew what we have to do to improve our lockdown. So I definitely felt in the first lockdown, I did exercise. I felt in the first lockdown there was so much people to motivate you online. There was Joe Wicks, there was Chloe Tings, there was so much people that you could follow. So yes, we did do exercise, but not as much as the second lockdown. Because with the first lockdown it's very hard to stay consistent, and I feel that is one of, especially my most struggles, is to stay consistent with exercise. Because I would start doing it for a couple of weeks and then kind of stop doing it, if you get me.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think that can be the case, though, unless you have an end goal in mind or just a goal that you're working towards. If we don't set ourselves goals, then sometimes it can be really unmotivating to just exercise. But if we've got clear and concise goals of, why we're exercising, what we want to achieve, is it to achieve physical goals? Is it to achieve daily mental goals of feeling good and having more patience? Then I think it'll make it a lot easier to do your exercising if you just write down why you're exercising so your body can understand it. And then it just becomes then as part of a daily or weekly routine and you don't even think about it.
Yeah, I felt that would be really easy, and because if you write it down, you set yourself goals, I feel if you follow them, then you'll be more consistent with it. But if you say, okay, I'm gonna do this, but then you don't write yourself what you're gonna do, then you won't be consistent and you'll just lack with it. But that's one of my goals for this lockdown, and I hope that works.
And if goals are not really your thing, then challenges. Some challenges. Shall I tell you 3? Well, I'm currently doing one. My one challenge at the moment is running every day in January. Now, as a personal trainer, I love to do explosive, fast sprinting. I love it. Anything short, sharp. I love anything that's long and it's just running. And I just find it a bit of a slog and I don't enjoy it. So I've set myself the challenge to run every day in January. And January is just flying by. It's the 12th already. It's a real mental battle because every day I know I have to go out and do that run. And sometimes it is a real mental battle. I don't want to do it. It's raining, it's cold, it gets dark so quickly. But I know that I've set myself the challenge to leave my house, run down the street, I run around this big field and I come back again. And then all day I'm thinking about it, but I've realised the sooner I just go and get it done, as soon as it's done, I just feel like then the day might feel really good for it because I'm putting myself in a position, I'm putting myself out of my comfort zone. And I think that's a really good way to deal with the situation that's happening at the moment, is trying to just mentally push yourself so that you come out of this a lot stronger because you're doing things you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah, I felt like that happened to me quite a lot, especially with the first lockdown. Like, I would just kind of push the exercise to the last thing and I'll just be like, oh no, this is more important. And I'll do that instead. And then when it's come to like the night and it will get dark so fast, as you said, I just feel like, oh, I'm just going to go to sleep. I'll just do it tomorrow. And then I found myself not doing exercise for like a while. I was like, oh no, I have to get back to it. So it was a struggle.
Yeah. But I felt like if you done it like in the morning, then like you'd be more motivated, because I feel like if you leave it for the end of the day, then you're just going to be like, what's the point? But when you get like out the way and like especially like if you wake up early, you'd be more productive and you'd feel like you actually achieved something for the day. That's what I like most best about like exercising, because I like you can do it really early and there's other people that can encourage you to do so as well.
Sama, that was an awesome answer. That is exactly right. Getting yourself, it's about waking up and doing something for yourself before you do something for anyone else. That's what part of our online gym is. And me and my husband are up at 5:30 every morning and our classes start at 6:15. And it is the idea we have them so early so that people can do them before then they get on with their everyday life. But the reasons why it's so good to do it in the morning is, A, as you mentioned, you've then done it for the day. So you're not then spending all day thinking about, oh, I need to exercise. If you just get it done first thing, then you've got the whole day then, and it sets you really up for the day. So as you said, you're going to feel good all day, but also you're probably, if your reasons for exercising are health benefits, you're probably then going to make a lot better food choices if you've exercised. Like if you exercise first thing in the morning, you're probably not going to go home and eat a bag of crisps, are you? Yeah. You're probably going to be feeling good and have like an egg omelette or something, aren't you? Because you're feeling good. So then the knock-on effect carries on.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, if if I wake up early and I exercise early, then I feel like a healthy breakfast will motivate me to eat good as well. Because I feel like since I done like exercise, if I'm gonna like eat something that doesn't have any nutrients or any value to my health, then I just think like, what's the point of exercising? So I just try to look for healthier options, and I just feel relieved and like happy that I just done something good to my body.
And also I feel like exercise kind of has two paths. If you don't do exercise and you leave it to like the back of your mind and you just kind of just say to yourself, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that, I feel like that can kind of make your day not as productive and just make you kind of find anything that you can possibly do to not do the exercise. But when you do the exercise first thing in the morning, that sets you up for the day kind of, so it just makes you more productive. You go and have a shower, you have a nice good breakfast, and you as you said, you think about your diet. So you're not going to obviously go and eat a full fat breakfast. You're going to think about it. Okay, I just did exercise and I need to eat something that is going to have full of nutrients, is going to keep me up for the day. And I feel like, especially me, when I would do exercise in the morning, have a shower and have a nice breakfast, that will put me up to do some like revision for school and like to do some extra stuff, maybe, I don't know. But like I felt like with exercise it was just like a key way to help me be productive. So maybe like sometimes I do exercise just to make sure that my day's productive. Like I might not have a goal, but I'll be like, oh no, I know exercise is a great way for me to make sure I have a productive day, so I'm going to do exercise, if you get what I mean.
Definitely. And as you said with revision, it's going to just give you that mental capacity of a bit of space by going and doing something for yourself. Then when you are sat doing your revision, you've got a bit more patience. You've exercised. So your mind is a muscle. So you've exercised that muscle by running or doing some form of exercise. And then when you're sat there doing your revision, sometimes it's like postural issues as well. You know, if we're sat all day on a chair or on the sofa and we're reading and we're doing revision, it's not very good for our posture. We get rounded shoulders, we get tight hip flexor muscles, and we can just then develop a lot of pain in our hamstrings and our lower backs. So by getting up and exercising, you're then really helping your body to then, you've really earned then that ability to be able to sit down and do your revision.
Yeah, I agree with your point.
And also when you do exercise, like I feel like after I do exercise, a chocolate bar means so much more than if I don't do exercise. So when I don't do exercise, I'll easily go and eat that chocolate bar or that packet of crisps. When I do exercise, you kind of give it that kind of, you know, you just give it worth, like it's worth something for you to have that one bar of chocolate. So I felt like that was kind of another thing. So like when I did exercise, my diet was better. When I didn't do exercise, my diet was very bad.
Yeah, I feel like people overcomplicate it more, because I feel like when people think of healthier diet, they straight away think of like fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. That's not really the case. There's like more to it, and it's actually like really tasty, because I feel like when people think of like healthy foods, they think of bland food. But I just think that like if you do your research and you find like healthy foods, then you'd actually discover that there's a lot of options, and then I feel like that would encourage people like to be more healthier.
Yeah, as you said, I really do agree. I feel like so much people think that being healthy is like just eating, like as you said, vegetables and just bland food. But at the same time, when you go into the supermarkets and you look at the aisle of like snacks and you look at the prices on there, it's so much cheaper than just getting like a pack of strawberries. Like a packet of chocolates costs so much more than a packet of strawberries or like blueberries or raspberries. So I feel like when people just look at that, they say, oh no, what am I going to eat? If just I can get like a whole packet of chocolate equivalent to a packet of strawberries, I might as well just go for the chocolate. So like you can see the balance. But when you do your research, you see that there's so much more things that you can eat which are healthy. You can have a smoothie, you can have like so much different things which are healthy that you wouldn't necessarily think of when you're going to have a diet.
Dylan, how did you find it hard eating healthy foods?
Not really. I just eat everything I can find, and my mum doesn't really buy unhealthy foods.
Family's a big part in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I feel like being the oldest in the family, I make sure that the younger kids eat the healthy food, because I already finished the unhealthy ones for them.
Yeah. No, I feel like when you have like loads of like snacks in your cupboard, I feel like you'd be more tempted to eat that instead of like fruits or whatever the case may be that's healthy. But I feel like if you like just like have when you go to do your weekly food shop or whatever it is, I feel like if you plan like what fruits you're gonna have and like what snacks you're gonna have that may be unhealthy, like just to treat yourself, I feel like that'd be more better, because then you'd plan like what to eat and what snacks to have like every single day, instead of just stuffing your face with unhealthy foods.
Just make sure it's balanced. Enjoy your snacks and enjoy your treats, but then make sure that you are eating healthy as well. Because remember, if all you're consuming is processed foods, then it's just not very good for us, for the human body. The more foods that you can eat that are actually live, like the vegetables, think you're putting something living in your body, it's going to make you feel a lot better than just constantly consuming lots of processed foods.
Yeah, and I know like a lot of people that think because there's like, I don't know, like a strawberry yogurt, they think that's like healthy, but it's not really, because like it's processed as you said. Like I feel like fresh vegetables, and that would be a better option, but like processed foods, like they're not really that healthy. So I think people should look for a more like suitable option than that.
if there was someone watching this podcast and they haven't done any exercise for nearly almost a year, what would your top tips be?
I'd say it depends what their goals were. So I'd say setting yourself a challenge, number one. If you're feeling, I haven't done any exercise, and the reason, I want to do something because I want to feel good, I want to get a bit more toned, I want to get a bit stronger. So I'd say, first of all, just setting themselves a challenge, just getting them moving would be the first thing. Nothing to do with diet, nothing to do with that. So another challenge that I did, which I'd probably advise, was 25 push-ups in 25 days. And that was good, a good little challenge that keeps you exercising. You've got to do it every day. It sounds like it's really easy, but the rules are you can do it on your knees, and you have to film yourself doing it every day. That could mean that you just film it for yourself. And when you put then the two videos together, you're going to see a big difference from day 1 to day 25. You're just going to feel better for it. I'd say if you're one of these people that never get out, I always advise going for a walk. I make sure I get out every day and I go for a walk for about 45 minutes to an hour, just because I love the fresh air. It makes me feel good. I don't like being cooped up indoors for too long. So, and that is a form of exercise, walking. So it depends really what their goals are or what their reason for wanting to exercise is. If it is for a weight loss issue, then it would be then looking at the diet as well and seeing if we could make little adjustments just to eat slightly more, less calories.
Yeah, as you said, like walking and running, like same for me. I really don't like to stay indoors for like a really long while, but I felt like with this global pandemic, I found myself just staying at home, like especially with the weather, and I just look outside and I see that it's very gloomy, and it doesn't motivate me to go out. So like, what are your tips for that motivation to just go out?
Well, I think first of all, find out what motivates you. What is your reason for wanting to go out? What is your purpose for doing what you want to do? And I think when you can answer that, you're then going to answer what you want to do. So to motivate yourself. So for me, I keep training because I really enjoy it. I love the aspect of mentally pushing myself through an exercise because I chase the feeling that I feel after it. They having a routine as well to keep someone motivated. It's very easy to stay up really late, till like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then getting up late and just being in this bad cycle. And then when things do go back to normal, it's quite stressful to then get back in routine. So I think staying in routine is good just to keep disciplined.
I feel like there's a lot of videos too, of like people who are like doing a weight loss journey, and I feel like because I've seen so many videos, people are inspiring others to do so as well, because I feel like you should just do it for yourself. Like you shouldn't do it for anybody else, because I feel like maybe that's what people might think when they're like a bit in the heavier side, but people should just do it for themselves. And I feel like constantly reminding yourself that you need to exercise is really key to like stay motivated as well, because I feel like if you don't remind yourself, then you wouldn't want to like go outside like you said, or even like exercising at home, because if like you see like a sofa, then you're obviously going to be like tempted to like lie down, have a rest, eat foods. And that's with me. I don't know about anybody else, but that's the case with me.
Yeah, and I feel like so much people, when their goal is to weight loss, they don't do it because they really want to, like, lose weight. Like, they might want to lose weight, but they don't have that motivation to lose weight. But they end up doing the exercise because all the people around them tell them that they need to lose the weight. So I feel like that is kind of like peer pressure, that you need to lose the weight, so go on, do the exercise. And I feel like that's one of the worst ways to do exercise, because your motivation is so low and you don't really want to do the exercise. Kind of forcing yourself to do the exercise.
I'd say if you're what you don't want to do is force yourself to do it for the wrong reason. So if you're thinking, okay, I want to exercise because I want to lose weight, you shouldn't focus on the weight loss, because whatever you do, the weight loss will come anyway. It can be really hard sometimes, and I say that to a lot of my clients. If they're only focusing on weight loss, it can become a really long, grueling, miserable journey. But if you set yourself small goals and small challenges, for example, waking up and doing 10 minutes of yoga for 10 days, then after those 10 days, from doing something that you haven't done before, or a different challenge, but if it's a 10-minute mark and you don't do it, over then those 10 days, you're going to see a little difference in your weight loss. So it'll come naturally. It shouldn't be what you focus on. It should be other goals that you focus on, and the weight loss will just follow. Excellent. It really does get us out of this. It's been tough, isn't it? Everything that's gone on with COVID. And it has been hard to motivate ourselves and do things. But if we can think, right, well, everyone's in this situation. How can I sharpen my tools? How can I, add string to my bows? What do I want to do? It might be that you just need to do something. You need to put your time and energy into something. Learn to play an instrument. Do any of you play any instruments?
No, I haven't. I've played in primary school, but I haven't played in high school. I don't know why, I just don't find the time, or I don't know, it's just not one of my hobbies.
I play piano.
Oh, cool. So you still kept all this up during COVID, able to play the piano every day?
Yeah, I played when I can, it's 2 or 3 times a week.
Cool. You finding you've got a bit more time to practice now?
Yeah, I do have more time for it, but I just tend not to.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask you a question, Suhaila. With obviously COVID and the global pandemic, how did you find, how did you do workouts and exercise at home? Because obviously that's quite challenging, especially some people don't really have, the space. So how did you make the most of it?
I just had to, I think, because training just means so much to me, and I've always lived a very healthy lifestyle. And I had to do it to keep me mentally strong, to be honest. It was it's stressful times. There was a lot going on. And I just felt like it was really easy for me to just set some goals, write an exercise down on the board to do it. If I tried to just motivate myself to do it, I find it really hard. But because I always had a plan in mind of certain muscle groups I wanted to work each day, or, in total for the week, it just made it really easy to do it. So I'd write down on my whiteboard the little program that I wanted to do each day, and I just got it done. So I think if you just think, oh, right, I need to exercise, but you don't really know what you want to do, then it can be hard to motivate yourself. But if you think, okay, I'd really like to train my arms today, so then you could pick your top 5 favorite arm exercises, write them down on the program, write down how many sets and reps, and then then as soon as you've done that on the program, you've done. It might be an easier way to get into exercising instead of just rolling a yoga mat out and thinking, right, okay, what shall I do? Oh, okay, I'll do a bit of this, a bit of that. It can be quite hard to motivate yourself. Just say lastly as well, creating some space if you could to exercise. I know you said it might be hard sometimes, but if you're always so I had to create a bit of space for myself. So I don't know if you can see, but in my front room, I found it really hard to exercise in here, eat in here, sit and watch TV in here, and do everything in here. I needed that change of scenery. So either I'd advise going outside and getting that change of scenery, or seeing if you can find another little space that's not directly where you do everything else, just so that you can get some your exercise in and you're feeling like it's that just bit of change of scenery. Helps you from going mad.
Make sure to subscribe, like and comment down below, and we'll see you next time. See you for the next episode.